This time on Irish Pickers, the boys head for County Wexford, where Ian's prepared for wheeling and dealing.
I take it for a ton.
Tenner?
Yeah, Sam. What's the damage on these?
At a pub in Wexford town, Butsy tries to blag a bargain.
I'll take it if it's tiny P.
And in Lock Garmin Antiques, Ian bids hard to take away a vintage pub sign.
You're a dealer now, not a collector. What's that number?
Top Dublin dealer, Ian Dowling, trades in the history of the Emerald Isle.
I'm on the road with my best mate, exploring every inch of this country to find the antiques that tell the stories of Ireland.
I like to look at these doors, man. That's a nice piece of history right there.
With the help of his team, Ian turns picks
1,000 wouldn't do it for you. Shake it 16.
into profit.
750 for the whole collection.
I'll let you have them for 18.
925, come on, man.
Ali's the brains of the operation.
I need you to head towards the Ring of Kerry.
Butsy's the muscle.
Yabba dabba doo!
And Vinny's the experience.
The early bird catches the worm.
We are historical treasure hunters, and together we make an amazing team.
How are you, Gary?
All right, lads, too bad yourselves. How you get on, yeah?
Pretty good, yeah.
What can I do for
Tell
you?
you all now, just a couple of coffees, I reckon now, yeah?
Coffees, yeah, it's a bit early for the Elgar.
Yeah.
Above the pub at Ian's HQ, office manager Ali is on the phone to an intriguing new lead.
Hi, my name is Nuala Barron.
Hi, Nuala.
We have a pub called The Sky and the Ground.
Sky in the ground.
But my husband has bought way much more than we actually need for within the pub. It's taken over our home, basically.
I might send Ian and Butts down to you today. Would that suit you guys?
Well, it would. It'd be perfect.
Brilliant.
The element of surprise, I think, might work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll have no choice now.
Yeah, that's 2 coffees.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers, Gary. Hey, how you doing?
I've got your next pick for you. Nuala from The Sky and the Ground called me this morning. Her husband Johnny is a hoarder, so I've had her on the phone wanting a big clear out.
Sounds good.
There's a good Wexford man who used to drink in here, JFK himself. That's him up there in the corner.
Yeah.
On his first state visit to Ireland in 1963, President John F. Kennedy made a point of visiting his ancestral home in Wexford. But 16 years earlier, when working as a young journalist in Dublin, it's claimed he had his first pint of the black stuff in this very pub, Mulligan's.
Could have even sat there.
This very bar counter.
Yeah, you're sitting amongst greats, as they say.
Yeah. So when do they want us to go down?
I'd say get down today, guys. Yeah, as soon as you possibly can. Got some work to do.
Ian and Butsy hit the road and head 94 miles south along the east coast to County Wexford. This county is no stranger to conflict, and the lads are driving through historic territory that was fiercely defended during the 1798 rebellion by the pikemen of Wexford.
The pikemen of Wexford defeated the British Army with just basically a load of spikes at the end of poles. They call Cork the El Rebel County, but Wexford isn't far behind it.
Wexford town, founded after the Vikings invaded the original Celtic port of Lock Garmin in the 9th century. Today, armed with just a wallet full of cash, Ian's planning his own surprise raid on landlord Johnny's hoard at the Sky and the Ground pub. What Johnny doesn't know is that his wife Nuala is in cahoots with Ian and Butsy in a bid to clear out his mountain of treasures.
Nuala. Hey, how are you?
My saviours.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us
He
down.
doesn't know a thing now.
Oh, okay. Doesn't know a thing. We'll stay quiet.
I thought it might be interesting to surprise Johnny. Probably the best way to catch him without him having much time to think about it. Johnny, there's a few people here to see you.
Oh, yeah, all right.
How are you, Johnny?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm Ian.
How you doing,
Nice to
Ian?
meet you.
All right.
How's things?
I am.
Butsy.
Butsy. Great now. Thank you, you like
And
that?
they're not reps, Johnny.
Yeah.
To help you clear this place out from the sounds of things.
Yeah. What do you mean cleared out?
You've got the old collecting addiction like myself, from what I've heard from Nuala's told me. So
that.
They're going to buy.
Oh, you're
Hopefully.
buyers,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Is everything up fair game here, or what's?
Oh, I think everything's for sale.
Yeah, yeah. You see, you're hesitating there, Johnny.
I won't be messing. I won't be messing.
We're going to help you kind of a little bit of a spring clean and
Declutter.
declutter. That's the word. So we'll all be happy at the end of it, I think.
Right, well, sure. That's to be seen.
This is great, Nuala. It's exactly the type of pub I'd like to own from the look of things. And everything here you got yourselves, or was there stuff here before? Or
No, it was
Shell.
A shell,
Shell, yeah.
basically a view of the sky.
Johnny and Nuala renovated what was a burnt-out bar. But once the walls were filled with authentic Irish pub collectibles, Johnny didn't stop buying.
There's a room at the top of the pub that I use to store stuff. It's just thrown in there. There's no filing system in there. Like, it's just all on top of each other.
Nuala said she had a couple of hard hats for us, but it wasn't the type of hard hat I had in mind.
So it's through this door.
Feels like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory here.
When you see a room like that, it's just a case of rolling up your sleeves and kind of getting stuck in and having a little rummage around. And whiskey bottles here, old ones, pretty dusty, but they'll shine up like a new penny, I think, you know?
You can see why I said hard hats.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's my kind of place, though, to be honest with you, Nuala. This is what I like doing.
To somebody else, it would be rubbish, but you know, there's definitely potential in what's in there. Like,
Man, look at this. 50th anniversary of the 1916.
Oh, yeah.
That looks good, doesn't it?
That looks good, man. Those newspapers were special in that they were 1966 commemorative issues of the 1916 Rising.
These framed front pages are from the Irish Press, last published in 1995.
What about this one, Johnny? You've got two 1966 commemorative newspapers here framed.
yeah, I'd sell those.
Yeah, what's the damage on these?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Another great seller.
I do a ton for the two.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sound. All right.
Yeah.
Take those.
Yeah.
If you get them nicely framed, they're always in demand. You know, you can just flip them. Those two in particular look quite well. We should sell them for about 100 to 150 a piece. And there's a ton.
If we make a few bob today, it'll probably go to Nuala.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Yeah, we can. You know, she's put up with this collecting mayhem for long enough, so we'll decide what she wants to do with it.
Look at this.
A bubblegum machine.
There.
Butsy found a bubblegum machine. It looks to be 1980s or maybe late 70s, something like that.
20p.
Is that how much it is?
Huh?
I'll take it if it's 20p.
They're a nice decorative piece to have in a home. You know, everybody remembers those machines when they were younger.
Butsy's gobstopper machine is a round beaver 16. The Canadian Beaver Machine Corporation first produced this design classic in the mid-1960s. Since then, its patented rotary coin mechanism has been adapted by rival companies worldwide.
How much for the red one?
30 quid?
25. It's okay, I'll have to clean it up and that.
Okay, go on.
Lovely stuff, thanks very much. Classic item for €25. Can't go wrong.
This is my baby now.
Yeah. Look well in the
Carry
den.
this out safely.
Johnny's open for business, and Ian is pressing hard for the best bargains.
I take it for a ton if you want to get rid of it. Yeah, is that
Let's
okay?
do it. Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Tenner?
Yeah, sound man.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, cheers.
There you go.
As the boys continue exploring Johnny's cluttered store of treasures, Ian stumbles across a renowned photograph from the early 20th century.
It's the old first doll picture.
Oh, right, God.
It's Collins there. Him and De Valera.
That's brilliant.
That was the first time they met. There's a framed picture of the first doll. Everybody in that photograph was an elected member of Parliament, and that was the first time in Ireland that you had a cabinet of its kind. Basically, there was an Irish Free State that were starting to kind of govern their own future, and the British got scared by this and outlawed the whole cabinet. So after that, everybody you see in that photograph went to ground, and any meetings after that were basically illegal. Michael Collins wasn't very happy about the photograph.
He doesn't look it, does he?
The British didn't know what he looked like at that point.
Yeah.
Michael Collins reluctantly had that photo taken. He went to great lengths not to be recognised. He was known to be travelling around Dublin dressed as a nun.
A nun?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Who would shake down a nun, you know? After that photo taken, British intelligence services in Dublin had almost like a passport-sized photograph with that headshot. People used to carry it around in their wallet in an effort to try and track him down. It's a kind of an iconic piece for any person who's interested in Irish history. It's such an iconic photograph, isn't it, really, you know?
It's a massive
It's
point
pretty
in
much
our history. And then
Yeah, I think anybody who's interested in Irish history would be interested in the first doll picture. I won't have any trouble moving along once I get it at the right price. Would 35 be all right?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Perfect, yeah.
Cool. All right, thanks so much, Johnny. Appreciate
Nice
it. Thank
one.
you very
Yeah.
much. I'd be selling that for about 80 to 100 euro.
Another deal done, and Ian continues his search in this unusual pub.
The walls are completely painted with enamel signs and old advertising pictures, photographs. It's like a kid in a candy store kind of a job for me. One thing that I spotted as soon as I walked in the door, the El Tato sign there. I don't know if we can... Yeah,
Don't think so.
talk about it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but...
Yeah, no, that's pretty unique. I think it's maybe the only one still in existence, and can you see why it's...
What's so special about it?
Yeah, what's so unique about it?
Is because he's got no hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen a Tato enamel sign. Tato is kind of Ireland's most loved crisp, and actually Mr. Tato, as he's known as, was the founder of actually the cheese and onion crisp. I think this belongs in the Tato Museum, if there is such a thing. If I can get it off Johnny, I'll be going straight to Mr. Tato himself and seeing if we can get an L deal done. Would you take 500 quid for it?
Been offered more than that.
Yeah. Would you take 750?
That's what I was offered, and that was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Okay, let's leave Mr. Tato for now. I mean, I guess...
No, we're not parking Tato.
Yeah.
He's parked.
He's parked, permanently parked. Right. We were fighting a losing battle with the Tato sign. I respect the fact that Johnny wanted to keep it. You know, you can't win them all.
Casting around for his next pick, Ian's eye is drawn to an old stretcher dangling from the pub ceiling.
That is...
It's for sale.
Yeah.
It's for sale? Yeah? Is there anything interesting about it, or what's the...
It's a pretty unique object in the sense that it was found buried behind walls in the GPO along with a lot of other stuff.
This stretcher may have been used to transport casualties at Dublin's General Post Office during the Easter Rising of 1916. Rebel forces made the GPO their HQ during the rebellion, controlling communications to the city and raising the flag of an Irish republic from its roof.
Is that blood there? Is that...
There's blood spots over. Yeah.
Right.
And see the drains?
Oh,
for any, blood drains or fluid drains.
To think that the person that lay on that in the middle of the GPO was somebody that was fighting for the freedom of Ireland. I guess the fact that there's blood on it, really kind of brings that home. I mean, if we talk money on it, then what do you think?
Make me an offer.
Yeah.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah.
Considering the history of it now. And
Yeah.
Coming up, will Ian make a successful bid on this souvenir of the battle for Irish liberty? And will Butsy be forced to fight for his own precious freedom?
Actually, I have no key for that, lads.
At the Sky and the Ground pub in Wexford town, dealer Ian Dowling is in his element as he unearths more and more Irish memorabilia. He wants to get his hands on this exceptional reminder of the 1916 Easter Rising. And he's hoping landlord Johnny and his wife Nuala will be prepared to part with this rare piece of Irish history.
I think Johnny and I'd be very happy to see that gone.
Yeah.
There's too much of a past and a sadness to it.
It's a difficult one to kind of
Absolutely,
value,
yeah.
isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'd take it for a ton if that was okay with you.
That's
is that okay?
not an insult, and I wouldn't argue.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sound. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thank you, Johnny. Cheers.
Excellent.
There's going to be a lot of people that will be interested in that piece. For me, I just want to find somebody who appreciates it and respects and understands the weight of what it is and the history behind it. It's very, very special, and I'm going to find it a very, very special home. I'm very pleased with the items we've come away with today. Everything we'll make money on. We're talking double or treble your money on pretty much everything there.
Ian has picked 6 lots for a total spend of €370, giving him a potential profit of €1,220.
I'm sorry we couldn't do a deal on Mr. Tato.
Oh, it's okay. Don't be silly. Look, it's I completely understand. I'd keep it if it was mine as well, to be honest with you. You know, it's a beaut.
But we do have a hat that you can take away.
To be honest, I think it's my new lucky hat. I'll keep this with me now at all times. We'll see. If I get that Tato sign, it's officially my new lucky hat. See you later, folks. Thanks again, all right?
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Take care. Good luck. Well.
Yes.
Next morning, the boys are driving away from a successful day in Wexford town. They've not gone far down the road when they get a call from Ali back at base. She's got a tip on a new antiques business that's just opened its doors to the public.
His place is called Lock Garmin Antiques and Collectibles. He's been collecting for years and years, and he's decided to go public with his collection.
Perfect, perfect. Does he know we're coming down?
Yeah, I've been on to him already.
Ian heads 20 miles north. If he can get in ahead of other pickers, he could be in line for big profits.
I think we're going to be one of the first to get down here, so hopefully we're ahead of the pack.
Lock Garmin, the ancient Irish name for Wexford, is also the name of William Plummer's new antiques business. He spent over 3 decades filling barns, sheds and garages with all sorts of collectibles. But now he's opening his doors to the public.
If he's been collecting for 30 years and it's just opened up, he might have some pretty good gear. It's looking pretty good here, Butsy, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
These enamel signs, all this stuff sells like hotcakes.
It looks up your street, man.
Yeah. I'd say there's going to be a good few bits for us here today, man.
Yeah.
William, hey, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to see you. You brought the weather with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, sure, you have it down here all the time, don't you?
Absolutely.
Sunny southeast and all that, yeah.
Butsy,
how are
yeah.
you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
He's told us an awful lot about the place. We might just have a little scout around
Yeah,
and mental notes along the way and give you a bell. Will you be around
Absolutely.
here?
I'll be here. You'll work away.
Yeah. He's everything nicely organised here, it seems, into teams. The farming tools down here in the corner, toys. Seeing everything nicely presented like this shows it's a labour of love for William. You don't really have to kind of rummage around, which I like doing as well, but you come down here, you can pretty much see clearly the lay of the land. And if the prices are fair, I think we're going to do pretty well here.
When it comes to Irish pub memorabilia, Ian is an expert.
What's the price on that one?
And his global clients pay top dollar for these pieces of Irish history. And Ian soon spots an eye-catching sign from an iconic brand.
What about this, William? It's a nice little piece.
It's
label's
a
been
mirror,
screwed into it.
and that was originally a light box, I'd imagine, where they screwed it back onto it. It's nice.
It looks well, it suits it almost, doesn't it?
That's a lot of character.
Yeah, it does,
That's
man,
a lot of character,
The blue label is not one that you'd see too often,
No,
is it?
the blue label seems to be very rare. In fact, it's the first blue label I've had.
Yeah,
You know, I had
What kind of age would you reckon that label is?
late 50s,
The fluorescence came out in the 60s, I think.
in around the 60s,
Yeah.
I'd imagine,
Yeah.
in around that. So
Yeah, the Guinness colours are usually black and red. The blue signs were kind of really just, you'd see them around the 1960s. They're quite unusual, you just don't see them around too often. I'm hoping to buy that if we can agree a good price for it. What's the damage on this?
220 quid.
220?
Yeah.
Thinking you wouldn't do 150 on it?
I wouldn't. I'm afraid I wouldn't.
What's the L best you'd do on it?
200 quid.
200. I'm just thinking what I could get out of it, you know? It's pretty much kind of
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You have to make a few quid, but likewise, we have to do the same.
180. So score off. I'm only getting started here, by the way, so I've got a lot of cash in the hip. You know.
Go on, 180.
Yeah, sound. Thanks, man. Thanks very much. I'm very happy with the Guinness mirror for 180. That Guinness plate would have had a fluorescent sign behind it originally. So what we might do is reinstate the lamp side of it. So it'll be a mirror and a Guinness lamp all wrapped up in one. We'll be talking about 350 to 400 for that.
While Ian continues with this hunt, Butsy takes a detour for a stroll down memory lane.
Remember them when I was a kid? Something like that being in the kitchen, you know?
Nice.
Oh, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece of history.
At the back of the shop, Ian makes an arresting discovery.
The handcuffs here look like they could be RIC.
Quite possibly. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. They might be RIC, which is Royal Irish Constabulary, which would date them pre-1922.
The Royal Irish Constabulary was the police force under British rule in the 19th and early 20th centuries. After independence in 1922, the force was replaced by the Garda Síochána, or Guardians of the Peace.
I'm going to have a closer look at them. They seem in fairly good condition, and if I can get them at a good price, we'll make a bit of a profit out of them. Do you want to try these on, man?
If I have to, yeah.
Not the first time you've been in cuffs.
Hey, telling you stories.
Say nothing, yeah. There we go, man.
I didn't think you were going to actually close
Actually, hang on a sec.
Actually, no key for that, lads.
You have a key.
We might actually have to buy them if Pussy can't get them off.
They have the patina, they have everything about them.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
great condition.
Yeah.
And they have the key, which is more important.
Yeah.
They're delighted they have the key.
How much are they?
60 quid.
60. Oh, that's fair. I'll take them. Yeah,
All right,
that's
mate.
sound. Thanks, William. Cheers, man.
That's for the key as well, yeah?
Another 50 quid for the key.
I was relieved when William said only 60 quid. That's a small price to pay for freedom. Did your granny have one of those?
Now he's unshackled, Butsy makes the most of his newfound freedom.
Well done, you just won a goofy.
It suits me.
But Ian's eyes are on a bigger prize, this rare enamel sign.
The Guinness sign here, I presume that's going to be a pretty penny, is it?
It is.
Yeah,
It is. It's something that I don't really want to sell.
Yeah.
It's the most sought after of the Guinness signs. That particular one is.
It's a beaut.
Why is that so rare? It just looks like another Guinness sign to me.
The enamel Guinness signs are really, really hard to get, and the double-sided signs are really, really hard to get, and that particular one is really, really hard to get, and the condition is spot on. Guinness enamel signs are hard to come by at the best of times. That one is in perfect condition, so it'll be highly sought after by a Guinness collector. Be a bit of a tussle now to see if we get it. You're a dealer now, not a collector, William. Everything's got its price. What's that number?
Coming up, can Ian get his hands on the beast with 2 pints?
How far off am I?
You're probably halfway there.
And can he avoid falling off the beast with 2 wheels? In County Wexford, at Lock Garmin Antiques, Irish collectibles dealer Ian Dowling is after a Guinness toucan pub sign. He's doing his best to strike a deal with owner William Plummer.
You're a dealer now, not a collector, William. Everything's got its price. What's that number?
You throw the number at me?
Would 5 do it?
No.
Yeah.
No. You're not even at the races.
600?
No.
Yeah. How far off am I?
You're probably halfway there.
That's a problem. Yeah. Okay, look, 8 o'clock. What do you reckon, 8? Would 8 do it?
You're getting warmer,
Yeah.
but you're not quite there yet.
Yeah, I think this might be a bit too rich for my blood, to be honest with you, William. It's an old beauty. I can see why you want to keep it. William is a new dealer, but he's a long-time collector. Certainly he knew his stuff about that enamel sign. You could get upwards from £1,000 for that. That was too much for me to pay. There's nothing left profit-wise for me in that, so sometimes you just got to walk away.
But Ian isn't easily put off his stride. And in another corner of the shed, he spots his next potential profit.
What's the story with the Woodbine vending machine here?
Yeah, it's a nice machine.
I've had a few of these in the past. The ones I've had have been metal. I think from 1950s, 60s
That's,
onwards,
you're
they're
right,
all
yeah.
kind of metal.
Yeah.
So this would be about kind of 30s or so, would it be?
In around the 30s, yeah.
Tobacco items, they're harder and harder to sell as kind of tobacco products are kind of becoming less and less in vogue and that, but you still sell it to a home bar or pub or a collector. What's the damage on this?
250.
I like it, and I definitely have some people for it, but it's just that it would be tight for me at 250. I'd have to clean it up a little bit, you know. Would you do it for 150?
No, you're too far
Yeah.
out of that, man.
Yeah.
I think you know you're too far out of that.
I guess we'll meet in the middle, so will we? Would you do that? 200?
Yeah.
Yeah? Deal? Sound. Cheers. 1930s, fairly good order. We bought it for 200. I think we should be able to knock 400 out of it fairly easily, maybe even 5. I'm really pleased with that.
The gang head out to the yard, where Ian takes an interest in some industrial metalwork.
You've got a couple of Pierce items down here. This is quite a nice one.
Yeah.
They're a big foundry back in the 1800s down here, yeah?
One of the biggest in Ireland, too.
Yeah.
Established in 1839 by James Pierce, Pierce's Wexford foundry was the biggest manufacturer of agricultural machinery in Ireland for over 150 years. It also turned out some unusual heating devices.
This is a fire bellows, yeah?
That's a fire bellows.
Yeah.
As known here as a fanners.
Right.
Fire fanners.
That particular one is nicely painted with green shamrocks, and it looks pretty. You could put it anywhere, so it really could go to anybody for any reason. A piece of furniture, a piece of decor, in the home, in the garden, anywhere. What are we talking?
80 quid.
80. Would you do 60? I'm running low on cash at this point, so that's why I'm...
We've had a few deals.
Yeah.
We'll do
Would you do 60?
Yeah.
That's sound. Appreciate that, I really do.
But Ian's not done yet. Nearby, there's another desirable moneymaker.
So I guess this would be like a 90s sign, would that be right?
Yeah, or a little bit before it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 80s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this one is pretty much the last couple of years, is it this Guinness one?
That's right, yeah. There was an older one before that.
Yeah, the kind of beveled edge on it.
That's right, yeah.
I love my old signs, but these Guinness ones are more kind of like a modern classic. They're based on the design of a 1960s sign that you'll still see in pubs around Dublin. You can't actually buy them. You can only get them from Guinness, and that's only if you've got a licensed premises, i.e. a pub.
Well, that one there is 380.
Okay.
And I can do that one for 280.
280. Yeah. You've got another one of those inside as well,
have another one inside, yeah.
I'd take the 3 of them off you for 6.
Ian, I'll do 8 for it.
8?
8 bottom dollar. And you know you're getting a good deal.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yes, you do.
Deal. Cheers, man, thank you. Those 3 signs for 800 was an absolute steal, and I think he knows it too. They may be contemporary items, but we're going to do exceptionally well here. I'd say most likely treble on our money. It's been a great day. William's an absolute gentleman. He drove a hard bargain, but I think we both kind of can walk away at the end of the day and feel we've done pretty well.
At the end of a busy day, Ian has spent €1,300 on 5 lots and hopes to achieve over €2,200 in profit. Time for the boys to wind down in William's private snug with a little blues and booze.
Sound, buddy. Nice one, pal. Cheers, man.
Hey guys, how do you doing today?
Really well.
So are you guys on your way back up to Dublin?
Not quite, no. William's behind the bar here, and we're just getting started, I think, from the looks of things.
Few pints on a Tuesday, is it, lads?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to end up being a late one.
Okay, I want fresh heads on the 2 of you now tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, all right, take it easy. I think we got away with that one. Yeah. Cheers, William. Cheers, gents. Lovely. Cheers.
The next day, Ian and Butsy are on the road back to Dublin, carrying the haul from their Wexford trip.
Let's get home and start looking into the stretcher. I'm actually really excited to see what Ali finds out about it. I think if she can link it to the rebellion, we're talking serious books right there, you know?
But with room in the Jeep for even more Wexford treasure, Ali calls in with another lead.
So where are you guys now?
We just passed the signpost there for Arthurstown, so I think we're on our way kind of Enniscorthy.
I might need you to do a U-turn. I'm after finding another place for you guys to go.
Very good, okay.
So it's a place called Wellington Bridge. The guy, his name is Greg Neville. He owns a garage. It's been in his family for 3 generations, so like over 100 years. You should definitely hit that today before you come back.
If you send us the address, we'll make our way there now, okay?
Neville's garage is in the heart of the Wexford countryside, just 4 miles from some of Ireland's earliest Anglo-Norman settlements.
You've got the medieval town of Clonmines and Tintern Abbey.
They're basically all in ruins now, aren't they?
Yeah. That was Henry VIII's fault. He dissolved all the original monasteries, so the buildings just went to ruin.
There's a lot to answer for that, Henry VIII, doesn't he?
He sure does.
God, did the English even like him?
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
Greg Neville runs the garage with his 2 brothers on a 6-acre site.
My 2 uncles and my father, they started the garage in 1939. Fathers and my uncles were hoarders, so I'd probably take after them.
Ian is the first dealer to gain access to the family's collection of a century of motoring history.
Hello, Greg.
Oh,
how are you doing?
All right.
My name's Ian.
Hi, Ian.
This is Butsy here.
Hi.
Butsy, how are you?
Yeah. We're on the search for kind of, antique signs and collectibles and stuff like that. So we heard that you've got a yard at the back with a whole lot of gear there. Would be right?
I have that, yeah.
Yeah? Would it be all right to have a little poke around?
Fun,
You're up for selling? So, if we find anything...
We'll talk.
Yeah. Okay, happy days. Whoa, all right.
Have to get the gloves on for some prime picking, Ian.
I think so, yeah, we'll have to get stuck in here. The fun about picking, really, is rolling up the sleeves and getting stuck in. I almost prefer those places to a well-organised antique shop. An old gramophone.
Half a gramophone.
Half a gramophone. Is this for sale?
Yeah, I might, yeah.
Yeah? What stood out initially was the gramophone horn. There was a nice patina, nice colour to it.
Gramophone horns were the earliest form of amplification. And even in today's digital world, interior designers still find a use for them.
They make really interesting and unusual light fittings. I can normally sell those for about 80 to 100 euro. How much would you be looking for this?
50 euros.
To be honest with you, usually I'd just pay about 30 for something like this.
We'll go to 40 here.
40, okay, so we'll take that for 40.
Okay,
All right,
40.
that sound, right?
First deal.
Yeah, first deal, right? I paid a little bit more than I would have normally, but there's a bigger picture here, I guess, and that is to kind of get Greg happy with some cash in his pocket. I wanted him to know that we were there to buy and just to get the ball rolling, hopefully, on a couple of deals. Do you mind if I have a little kind of climb over here and just see what's going on? If you want to find a diamond, you got to be prepared to do some digging. What's can I give you this?
Yeah, yeah. Hello. Feel like a right little leprechaun now, yeah?
What about these lanterns here, Greg?
I'd sell 2 of them, maybe.
2 for 20. Would that do it?
No, I want more than that, maybe.
Yeah.
40 for 2 of them.
I think, honestly, 30 would be my limit on them, you know what I mean? I'd have to...
Okay, go on.
Yeah, is that all right, yeah? Have to sell them as well, you know? They're just kind of display pieces, you know, that you could sell them to a pub, they'll hang them from the ceiling, or even a nice little feature for somebody to have out hanging out in the garden, and we'll sell them for 40 to 50 euros each. What's this here? Is this a big, huge, big fire bellows?
Yeah, fire bellows, yes, right, yeah. That would be in the forge down next door.
This was something that you guys had here, was it? Like you used it yourselves,
did you? It started off actually with the forge, the blacksmiths.
Right, okay.
My grandfather would have started that, like.
Is this something that you'd sell, or?
Probably not, no. It was a nice piece there, like, as I say, it's part of the history where it all started, really, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It seems that the hoarding gene runs through the family, as Greg's not too keen on parting with some of the garage's history.
What about the Charles penny farthing here?
Probably not for sale, but...
Yeah.
Ian's not had much luck, but he's determined to keep going.
What about this car wheel, Greg?
Yes, possibly, maybe if you have price on it there.
Yeah. There's a bit of woodworm here and a bit of a break, and I don't know, it's...
No one there now.
The cartwheels are a piece of local history. They would have been going up and down these roads back in the day, and Greg's granddad would have been fixing carts in the garage, and that's how they landed here, I guess. So they're kind of a nice piece of history in themselves. What would you think?
100.
Look, it's 100 euros is a bit steep for me, to be really honest with you. There was a little bit of sentiment in the cartwheels for Greg. If I'm buying a cartwheel, I'm not going to pay a sentimental price. I'm only going to pay what someone's actually going to pay me. To be honest, 60 is as far as I'd go on this, and that's, you know, I mean, that's my best foot forward on this now, to be honest with you.
Okay, go on. I have one left, yeah.
We'll 60, yeah. Is that okay? That sounds. Thanks, Greg. Right.
Ian should make a decent profit on the cartwheel.
I think we got the price about right. I think I paid a fair rate for what it is.
And as Ian continues his search for profitable picks, he discovers another shed, a storehouse of the Neville family's motoring heritage.
Wow, look at this. As soon as I stepped into the lower shed and I saw the old cars and the steam engine tractor, I guess it really hit home, the love for automobiles that's in this family here and has been down through the generations.
That's invincible there. Does it look invincible to you, Ian?
It does from where I'm standing, man, to be honest with you. It's like a tank. Tell us more about this one here. It's a real kind of Bugsy Malone looking.
This old car now was Austin 6, and it was actually a hearse originally, but it was converted into a hackney, and now it's a taxi. There was always people transporting it, whether you're alive or dead, but you're transporting.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's actually pretty cool.
That looks good.
Would you be up for chauffeuring me around in this yoke?
Definitely.
Get us going with a bit of the old cab driver banter there, pal.
Ooh, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, we love you. How's that?
Driving this Daisy.
Is that good? Are you calling yourself Daisy?
When we came out of the barn, Greg introduced us to Pat.
The face of Neville's garage.
Lovely to meet you. The man behind the whole operation, I guess. Pat was 14 when he started working in the garage in 1947. Petrol pumps arrived a year after. Did you do some of the taxiing yourself back in the day? No. No. Just keeping things moving, keeping the cars going. They wouldn't People like Pat, they've literally kept Ireland moving. He was an absolute gentleman and it was a pleasure to meet him.
Greg's garage occupies a huge site, and it's time to get moving again.
All right, folks, the next shed is a bit of a journey, so I've organised a bit of transport. The choice is yours.
I know which one I prefer anyway. When the shutters went up, I couldn't believe what we found inside. Well. Where do we start?
Coming up, Ian plays the Joker as he picks through Greg's personal transport museum.
Would 500 do it, no? No. Your laughter says it all there, to be honest with you.
But realises he's a better Batman.
Some chicks would be into this, I'd say. Yeah.
In the middle of the Wexford countryside, dealer Ian Dowling has stumbled upon an incredible collection of historical machinery. And garage owner Greg Neville has just granted him exclusive access to an Aladdin's cave of classic cars.
I've never seen so many vintage cars under one roof. How long has she been parked up here?
A while.
Yeah.
One car is a long way from Gotham.
The Batmobile was an interesting one. I didn't really expect to see that in there. Wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
Oh, man, it's
All
nice.
right, you're Batman, I'm Robin.
Yeah, all right, I'll move over. So. First time I've ever sat in a Batmobile, and I didn't think it was going to be a Honda Civic either. Some chicks would be into this, I'd say.
Yeah.
Greg's collection includes 4 Model T Fords, the world's first mass-produced vehicle. In fact, the last Model T Ford ever built rolled off an Irish production line in Cork back in 1928.
So, folks, this is the Model T truck. It was in Ryan's daughter's film. They brought away with him and they actually roughed it up a bit, like.
Right.
So, like, they didn't,
Just to make it
change a bit since, like, it was small,
right.
but.
Well, this is your signature piece then for the museum.
Greg hopes to open his own transport museum one day, so the car collection is strictly off limits. But Ian is determined to find at least one big-ticket item.
Look, a bit of a challenge, this. One of these cases of like a needle in a haystack job, I guess. But, you know, they can be the most exciting. There could be something around the corner here that's going to change everything. You know, what do you think of that? The bike, the penny, oh, yeah.
You thought tandem was bad. That would shake your bones.
Have you ridden this yourself?
I would have, yeah.
Yeah. Shall we take it outside?
We'll take it outside, yeah.
Yeah?
Give it a go.
Cool.
The Bone Shaker was the first true pedal bike. Manufactured in the late 1800s, its name derives from an extremely uncomfortable ride due to its cast iron frame, wooden wheels and tyres made of solid metal.
I'm on it. Yeah, cool.
And say hello to Ali.
On the day's work, Ali. Is there a brake on the thing or what?
Oh, I have a video from the guys.
That's a bone shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not having much fun, is he?
Yeah, he's not very good, the poor thing.
The tour of the Wexford gone wrong.
Hey!
It's definitely 19th century, that bicycle.
You better bring that back, that's brilliant.
You'd want to buy a nail plate to go with as well, I think, you know.
So is this for sale, Greg?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
No.
Every man has his price and all that. Do you?
Everybody has a price. I know it, yeah, but I wouldn't know. No.
Yeah. Would 500 do it, no?
No.
Your laughter says it all there, to be honest with you. Well, 1,000 wouldn't do it anyway, no?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. There was no tempting Greg. He wouldn't part ways with that. But I love this. And if you are ever selling it, you know who to call.
If I get your number, we'll
yeah.
talk. Yeah, that's
Cool,
okay. That's fair enough.
Undeterred, Ian delves back into the barn to see if Greg can be tempted to part with at least one more item.
I was really determined to find something, so we had a good rummage around, and then in the corner of my eye I spotted a no parking sign just buried up in the top corner of the shed.
No parking?
Yeah. Would you park with it, Greg?
Yeah, I'd sell that, yeah. Okay.
What would be the price on that?
60.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what I could sell it for, that's all, do you know what I mean? And I kind of, you know...
We'll go 50 away then.
Should do 40, I don't want to... Yeah, 45.
50 sounds better.
Okay, let's do 50. All right, deal. Cheers.
Ian's coughed up a little more than he wanted, but he's finally got Greg to part with a piece of Irish motoring history.
I really like that no parking sign. It's got a nice kind of a vintage feel to it. It's hand painted. This is a no parking sign with character in a way, I guess. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun and we'll make a few quid on it.
At Neville's garage, Ian has spent €180 on 4 lots and aims to make €280 profit.
I'm going to give that no parking sign a good home, all right?
Good, yeah.
And give us a shout if you ever have anything, if anything comes your way, you know, that you're interested in getting rid of, or if you change your mind about the bone shaker. So listen, all the best with it, and thanks so much again. And
It's a pleasure speaking to you.
yeah, likewise. Say goodbye to Pat first.
I will do.
Yeah,
I will
it's a
do.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, all right? Take care, yeah?
Bye-bye.
With the van full to the brim with Wexford goodies, the boys head off for the long drive home. After a busy few days picking, they're back in Dublin. And Ali's keen to get to work, checking out their haul.
Hi guys! Do you gonna come start loading everything in?
One of the most intriguing finds of the trip is the stretcher from the Sky in the Ground pub. And Ali's been trying to verify its link to the 1916 uprising.
Hi, wow.
Any joy?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of digging. The National Museum, they're doing an exhibition for the 1916 Rising, and they have a stretcher that's nearly identical to this one. And she's after sending me on a load of photos if you want to have a look. Check out these photos.
Wow, it's the exact same,
Exact same, yeah.
As soon as I saw the photographs that Ali had, I knew that what we had bought in the Sky in the Ground was in fact the real deal.
With his own keen interest in rebellion antiques, Vintage Vinny casts his experienced eye over the stretcher.
If you look at the age of the metal, the age of the canvas here, right?
Yeah.
And then if you see the dry rot and woodworm here, gives you an inclination of the age of the actual timber itself alone. So it is, I've no doubt, of that period.
The only time, I guess, that I'd seen a stretcher linked to 1916 was that famous painting.
With James Connolly?
With James Connolly.
Yeah.
The leader of the uprising, laid out in the stretcher, the walls are burning, people are tending to him, and the only image from what the inside of the GPO was like, and the stretcher was the centre point of it, I guess. I've never seen anything like this before.
No.
And an identical one on display from 1916. It's enough to really make a good margin on this. There's profit here for sure. You know, I think we'll be talking at least £1,000 for this. Now we've confirmed its provenance, I can find a collector who's really going to appreciate this piece.
While Butsy keeps busy unloading the van, Ian and Ali have a surprise for pub manager Gary.
I took one look at these newspapers and I knew they belonged in Gary's pub. They're front pages of the Irish Press. It was a national newspaper and the last edition was printed in 1995. Check it out, it's the Sunday Press. It's a 1966 commemorative issue,
That is unbelievable.
It looks well, doesn't it? It's nicely framed. The Irish Press is right next door, is that right?
It was, that
this
side, yeah. Mulligan's was known as a branch office.
Right,
because most people did their work in here and not in next door.
So that's the Sunday Press. This is the Irish Press, 1966 commemorative.
These are amazing.
So, do you like them?
I do, yeah, they're very, very nice, all right, yeah.
Would you fancy them on the wall?
Are you serious?
Oh, this is right. I'm not trying to sell them to you now.
I know.
For free.
Wow,
okay. For you if you want, man.
Yeah, gee,
a gift for myself, Ali, and Butsy for yourself.
That's incredible.
No, it's only right.
Jesus,
it's only right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I have all of it. Thank you very much. I'm shaking now. I have to say I'm shaking now. That's just unbelievable. Yeah, the history of...
There you go. It's a happy home for sure. This game is about profit, but some things are worth more than money. And to be honest with you, Gary's reaction today is a perfect example of that. We've had a great week in Wexford and a fantastic haul brought back to Dublin. Me and the team are going to get all this stuff assigned to new homes in museums, online, and the American diaspora. They're always interested in acquiring little pieces of history from the old country.
One of Ian's regular US clients has already snapped up one of the contemporary pub signs for €800. Having bought 3 from Lock Garmin, he's in line to make €1,600 profit from the other 2.
I think we've had a pretty good trip to Wexford.
You guys came back with really amazing stuff.
Reckon we'll be going again? I think so. I think it was absolutely fantastic.
The sunny southeast.
The sunny southeast.
Cheers to Wexford.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to Wexford.
Cheers, folks. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.